Imagine buying like a piece of an ancient redwood forest. You get the towering trees, the absolute silence, the feeling of being completely detached from the chaos of modern life.
Oh, that sounds incredible.
Right. But here is the crazy catch. It comes with city plumbing, a super short drive to the highway, and high-speed infrastructure.
Wait, really? Usually when you look for a new home out in the woods, there is like a strict expectation of compromise.
Totally. You want the sprawling private lot nestled deep in the majestic woods, but you basically have to accept an hour-long commute to civilization.
Yeah, and a total lack of modern utilities. It's usually the classic real estate binary. You either get the giant trees and the isolation, or you get the convenience and zero privacy.
Exactly. Bridging that gap is almost impossible, which is exactly what we are unpacking today. Welcome to the deep dive.
I am so excited for this one.
Same. Think of this deep dive as a VIP audio-guided open house where we hand you the keys to explore your absolute dream lifestyle, no driving required. We are looking at a true real estate unicorn.
Oh, it really is.
We are heading to 46 Morse Lane, located in Redwood City, California, zip code 94062.
Just a beautiful area.
It really is. And the vibe here is just, well, it's something else entirely.
It completely defies standard categorization. If you picture driving down a peaceful cul-de-sac entirely surrounded by these ancient, majestic redwoods, I mean, it's just breathtaking.
Oh, wow.
And then waiting at the end of that road isn't just a house, it's a 3,110 square foot sanctuary. It somehow manages to combine absolute tranquility with serious, measurable convenience.
Let's start by looking at the structure itself, because it is massive. We are talking about a spacious, open concept, single-family detached home.
Right, and it has 4 generously sized bedrooms and 3.5 bathrooms.
Plenty of space. And what's really cool is the history. It's a classic 1960s build, originally constructed in 1967, but beautifully renovated in 1979.
Yeah, the flow of the house is just incredible. They really updated the core living spaces.
And it has been maintained so well. There is a heavy wood shake and shingle roof that was installed in 2013, which is like exactly what you want in a redwood canopy.
Definitely. It's a fantastic feature. Plus, the home features central forced air heating, so you get this perfectly regulated environment inside, which is just great for year-round comfort.
Okay, but I have a question about the layout.
Mm-hmm.
With 3,110 square feet, sometimes a home can feel, I don't know, almost too massive.
Yeah, or disconnected from nature.
Right. You end up with a sprawling footprint that might feel a bit cavernous. How do the specific architectural choices at 46 Morse Lane actually ground the space in its redwood setting?
It's all about the mid-century architectural ethos. The exposed beams and soaring ceilings are paired with these strategically placed skylights.
Oh, I love a good skylight.
Right. From a design standpoint, when you have a large footprint in a forested area, you really want to draw the eye upward. The skylights capture the ambient light filtering through the canopy, seamlessly bringing those majestic forest views directly indoors.
So instead of a big empty box, it feels like intentional and bright.
Precisely. It creates a warm, immersive environment rather than a cold one. And they grounded that vertical space with organic focal points.
Like the fireplaces.
Yes, there are stunning wood-burning fireplaces in both the living room and the separate family room. It is a very deliberate, luxurious manipulation of light and space.
Which brings us to what I think is the crown jewel of the interior, the primary suite.
Oh, it is spectacular.
It really is. The suite features this huge walk-in closet that honestly rivals the square footage of a standard guest room.
It is massive.
And the primary bath has a jetted hot tub. But the standout feature, the thing that just completely sells it for me, is the private deck looking directly out over the forest.
The psychological benefits of that specific design choice are just amazing. Having a private, elevated outdoor space attached directly to your sleeping quarters, I mean, it blurs the line between the inside and the natural world.
Waking up at canopy level.
Exactly. It changes how you interact with the morning light and the ambient sounds of the redwoods. It is just pure luxury.
Okay, so the inside is a perfect retreat. But a property like this in California is truly defined by its connection to the outdoors. Let's step outside and explore the incredibly rare canvas of the lot itself.
Yes, let's talk about the lot, because this is where the property shifts from a beautiful home to an absolute unicorn. The lot is a massive 1.22 acres.
No, wait, it's not just 1.22 acres. It is classified as mostly flat.
Which is just wild for this area.
It is. Anyone who knows the terrain near the Santa Cruz Mountains knows that flat is usually like a pipe dream, A lot of homes are engineered on steep slopes.
Right, requiring massive retaining walls. But a mostly flat 1.22-acre lot gives you a level of usable space that is exceedingly rare in a forested California landscape.
It sounds like a blank canvas. You already have the masterpiece of a home, but those 1.22 flat acres are like a massive studio space waiting for your personal brushstrokes.
Oh, I love that analogy. And the zoning codes make that usable space even more compelling. The property is zoned R1001A.
R1001A. What does that actually mean for the buyer?
It is essentially the legal green light for significant property enhancements. You have ample space and the favorable zoning to build an ADU or an accessory dwelling unit.
Which is so popular right now.
Very. Or you could add a luxury swimming pool or even keep horses.
With horses, really?
Yeah, that's how expansive and accommodating this lot is. But here's where the infrastructural perks get really exciting for anyone planning an expansion.
Okay, lay that on me.
If you are building out in the woods, you are usually dealing with well water and tricky septic systems, which can make adding an ADU super complicated and expensive.
Oh yeah, defo.
But 46 Morse Lane is already hooked up to public water and public sewer.
Wow. Public water and sewer on a 1.2-acre redwood lot.
It is a huge advantage. It makes future expansions significantly easier and more cost-effective because the heavy lifting is already done.
That is just brilliant. Plus, it has an attached 3-car garage.
Oh, absolutely. Plenty of space for vehicles and storage.
But let's talk about the sun, because living in the redwoods usually makes people think of, like, a permanent shadow.
Right, a damp, dark exterior experience. But the sun exposure here is fantastic. It is actually above the U.S. average.
No way.
Yes.
Wow.
The lot boasts a glorious 10.7 hours of sunlight in June, and it maintains 5 solid hours even in December.
How is that even physically possible surrounded by giant trees?
It comes down to the perfect positioning of the lot. You get the majesty of the surrounding redwoods, but the actual usable acreage where you would put your pool or your ADU is bathed in direct California sunshine.
Okay, so we have a gorgeous sanctuary, a sprawling, sun-drenched flat lot, and city utilities. But usually, having a private, expansive oasis means sacrificing modern convenience and isolation. You're out in the middle of nowhere.
Usually, yeah.
So let's look at the location of Morse Lane, because it completely defies that standard trade-off.
It really does. You have world-class hiking trails right out your front door. You are totally immersed in a peaceful biome.
Yet you are located less than half a mile from the renowned Alice's restaurant.
Such a great spot.
It's an institution. And you're also less than half a mile from Fire Department Station 58. Plus, you're only 7 miles away from Highway 280.
Which is incredible.
Right, hiking right out your front door, but only 7 miles to the 280. How rare is it to find this best of both worlds setup where you are completely enveloped in the redwoods, but absolutely not off the grid?
It is the ultimate logistical anchor. You get the peaceful, idyllic surroundings, perfect for privacy, paired with immediate access to major transit routes. You can be on the 280 in minutes, giving you easy access to Silicon Valley or San Francisco, and then retreat back to your forest canopy.
It's frictionless living. And the microclimate and hazard profile are just phenomenal.
Unbelievably safe.
The area has a minimal 1 out of 10 risk for floods over the next 30 years.
Which is amazing peace of mind.
Totally. And a minimal 1 out of 10 risk for severe winds. Plus, the heat factor is practically non-existent. It's rated 1 out of 10, with only 2 days above 90 degrees expected this entire year.
It creates this temperate, comfortable microclimate year-round. It is just a serene, hazard-free environment. And having Fire Station 58 right down the road adds an incredible layer of reassurance.
And we absolutely have to talk about the schools.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Schools are phenomenal.
The assigned public schools are top tier. Ormondale Elementary is a perfect 10 out of 10.
And literally cannot get better than that.
Nope. Court Madera School is a 9 out of 10, and Woodside High School is an 8 out of 10.
Which is fantastic for families, and it's a huge factor for long-term property value. Elite schools make a neighborhood incredibly desirable.
Which brings us to the unbeatable opportunity, the market value and the sheer urgency of this property.
The numbers on this are staggering.
46 Morse Lane is priced at $1,690,000. Now, someone might initially hear $1.69 million and think, wow, that's a hefty price tag.
Sure, it's a significant amount.
But when you break down the financial math, it is an astonishingly low $543 per square foot. And there are 0 HOA dues, which is a massive selling point when calculating monthly payments. With 20% down, you're looking at an estimated monthly payment of around $10,896.
Which for this area is just unheard of.
So looking at that $543 per square foot metric compared to the rest of the neighborhood, Are we actually looking at a massive bargain here?
We absolutely are in a balanced market where desirable homes often get multiple offers. Finding a flat 1.2-acre redwood lot with 3,110 square feet at just $543 per square foot is a fleeting opportunity.
It really is an anomaly.
Just look at the comparables. Nearby homes have recently sold for massive premiums per square foot. We are talking $1,435 per square foot.
Wow.
Another one was $2,470 per square foot. Even other homes are pulling $812 per square foot. Morse Lane at $543 is a market steal.
And buyers are definitely noticing. The home is incredibly popular. It is sitting in the top 10% of views right now.
I am not surprised at all.
In just 9 days, it has racked up 1,118 views and 50 favorites.
That velocity is huge. It shows intense market urgency. A package like this, the flat acreage, the 1010 schools, the public utilities, you really need to tour it today before it is gone.
It is the ultimate real estate package. Let's just recap what 46 Morse Lane actually offers.
Let's do it.
You are getting a stunning 4-bedroom, 3.5 bathroom Redwood sanctuary.
With that incredible primary suite deck.
Exactly. It's sitting on a functionally flat 1.22-acre canvas with endless expansion potential and public utilities.
Plus access to perfect 1010 schools and a serene, hazard-free climate.
All at an unbeatable market value of just $543 a square foot. It is simply phenomenal.
It really is a once-in-a-lifetime kind of property.
So I want to leave you with a final thought to mull over. If you were handed the keys to 46 Morse Lane today, what would be the very first thing you'd do with that 1.22-acre flat lot?
Oh, that's a great question.
Would you build a luxury guest house for friends, set up a stable for horses, or maybe, just simply sit on your private deck and listen to the wind in the redwoods, enjoying the ultimate decentralized corner office?
I think I know what I would choose.
Think about that. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, and we will catch you next time.